Hi, I'm Andreina, and today in this storytelling, we're going to reveal and discover how the elephant got his trunk. To begin, just say this: at the beginning of the life, the elephant had no trunk at all. At all, they just had a nose as big as a boot. They could only wiggle side to side, but they just couldn't pick it up anything. Then came this elephant, an elephant's child that is the main character of the story, and he was the most curious elephant you could ever know in your entire life. But let's start with the story. Well, this character had a lot of family on the Africa. He had a baboon, a giraffe, an hippopotamus, and he always was asking them questions. Well, there was once, again, he went with his bro aunt, the hippopotamus, and asked her why her eyes were so red. And she spanked him. In another time, he went with his uncle, the giraffe, and he asked why his skin was so spotty. He just saw him like what, and he just spanked him. Another day, he went with his uncle, the baboon, and he asked him why the melons taste just so. And the baboon just saw him and he spanked him with his hairy paw. Like, it must hurt again, you know? I think it must hurt. He was so full of satiable curiosity that he just kept on going. There was one morning when he just wake up and was like, okay, I have this question. And he went out with his family. He was wondering what did crocodiles eat for dinner. Well, all of his family spanked him again. He was so sad because everyone spanked him, but he has this curiosity that he couldn't just fulfill. And he went with the smartest Ben on the Africa. The cooler bird told him that he should go to this lagoon or river, to this river called the great green greasy Limpopo River to find a crocodile. Let's just think about this. This elephant had never in his life seen a crocodile, like ever. So he, the next morning, take all his stuff. He packaged all his stuff, like it include bananas and melons and sugar, and he started his travel. He was walking through this river eating melons and eating, and he found big color piton rock, a snake, colored around a rock, but it was a snake, and it was a snake around a rock. Okay, he asked her, Mrs. Snake, have you ever seen a crocodile? She just turned around and was like, what the hell is he asking? And she was like, yes, I think so. And then, will you please be so kindly to tell me what the crocodiles eat? And she was like, what? And she spanked him. He was so surprised because everyone had spanked him because of that question. But he just didn't mind, and he said goodbye politely as a gentleman, and he kept on walking. Suddenly, he found a log of wood. Or at least he thought it was a log of wood, but it actually was a crocodile. And he was like, what the hell is this? Oh my god, it's a crocodile. And then the crocodile just wiggled an eye, and he was like, oh my god. And he didn't actually know what it was, so he was like, excuse me, sir, have you ever seen a crocodile? I don't know, but I imagine that the crocodile closed his eyes like, oh my gosh, this kid. And he said he just opened all his eyes, his two eyes, and was like, just get closer. And the elephant was like, okay, could you please tell me what the crocodiles have for dinner? And he was like, he just wiggled an eye, And then the elephant's child put his head down close to the crocodile's mosquito-skin mouth, and the crocodile got him with his, I think, said the crocodile, and he said it between his teeth, I think today I will begin with elephant's child. The crocodile was trapping him. Okay, the elephant yelled and screamed, and thankfully the python or the snake came to help him. They both together just pulled and so hard, but the crocodile just didn't open his mouth to let him go, and they stood in there for a long time. Well, at the end of the day, the crocodile let them, but the elephant had this big stretched nose, and he was like, oh my god, my nose is so big, it's totally out of place. He was waiting for it to just go back to normal, but it didn't happen. And he started figuring out that this new nose he had a lot of functions. The first thing he found out that he could actually kill flies that will put on his shoulder, just like slapping them. The next one was that he could actually put onto his shoulder a lot of mud that was so refreshing, and he could actually eat grass more easily. So he went home, and he had this new nose, and started doing his revenge against all his family. He was like, okay, I'm gonna to spank you with my big nose. And it was so funny for him because he was doing something they all did to him. At the end of the day, all the elephants went to the crocodile so he could stretch their noses, as how they had done with him. When they came back, nobody spanked anybody anymore, and ever since that day, all the elephants you will ever see, besides all those that you won't, have trunks, precisely like the trunk of the Sadiable's elephant's child. The power of curiosity. So this was the story. I really hope you like it. I'm so sorry if I got missed in some parts, but it was my favorite story. I mean, the elephants are one of my favorite animals. So this is Andreina from Storytelling, and I wish you to have a very, very good night. Bye.